Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're not new. We are on episode 2 of the Back to School and Slay series. If you haven't watched episode 1, I recommend you watch that. It will be in the cards before you watch this one. So today I'm so excited because it's the first time I'm going to be doing this particular look on my channel, but I am going to share with you guys how to stay motivated not only during quarantine but during the summer. I have a longer summer break, so I've been kind of doing these things or trying to do my best to do these things so that I can be more productive and have a nice chock full of knowledge when I go back to school. But if you're not subscribed, make sure you pause this video, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you get updated when I upload, and then press play on this video. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Again, if you did not watch episode 1, watch that, but I will be saying this in every video. I will not be discussing the brands of these makeup products or the brands of the brushes or anything like that. So all of the products will be mentioned down below in the description box. So first tip is to wake up earlier. And for those who have texted me in the past 5 days, know that I have not woken up early at all, but consistently. Today I made a concerted effort with the help of a friend to wake up early. I woke up at 6:30 this morning, and when I tell you, I just got so much more things done. I was able to film. I woke up this morning, I made myself a nice big hearty breakfast. So wake up earlier. The later you sleep in, the less things you can get done. It's obviously easier said than done. You kind of have to train your body to wake up earlier. And honestly, during the day when you're like getting ready and things like that, you have more time for self-care. You have time to sit back and enjoy the rest of your morning before you decide to get work done. The next tip I would suggest for you all is stay organized. Ha ha ha. If you guys didn't watch my episode 1, you guys should watch that first to hear my tips on how exactly to stay organized for the new semester. Make sure you plan. As mentioned in the last episode, I share 3 different types of ways to plan, and that basically doing that emphasizes the no stress policy, or whatever, if you want to call it that. Basically emphasizes the fact that you have more time in your day to do everything that you need to do, don't get me wrong, but also you don't feel stressed and pressured to do everything at once, because let's be real, it doesn't work. It does not work. Like, speaking from experience, make sure you're staying organized, make sure you're planning your stuff, and you will be fine. The next point I want to say is have a clean space. Having a clean space is so important in organization and kind of not tricking your mind, but kind of tricking your mind into believing that this space is clean so I can then function properly. Even if it's like how do I say it? Like a messy organization where like you have things laid out in front of you but that pertain to only that particular task. Make sure you have a method to kind of navigate that, because the minute it gets a little bit out of control, you kind of have to regroup yourself and be like, hey, let's get back down to earth and reorganize. Having a clean space will give you a clear head. So the next tip is read a lot. Read. Top influential people read a lot to not only stay on top of the times, but inform themselves about the world, about others. Highly successful people read a lot of books. Like, you see Oprah, she has her book club. You see Bill Gates, despite whether he's whatever he's kind of controversial, but like, he reads a lot. So once you go back to school and your professors ask like, what did you learn over the summer, because in college they do that all the time. You don't think professors care, maybe some don't, but some ask. Remember that when you go back to school, they ask people to do introductions sometimes, especially if you haven't had a class with them. And they'll go around the room and everybody will share like their name, if they're a commuter, and like one thing that they did over the summer. Professors are definitely impressed when people speak on their educational endeavors. They will ask you like, what was it about? Like, what was your favorite part about it, or things like that. Read not only novels but also news and magazines, and try and read into the other side of things. I know that sometimes we are definitely stuck in our own kind of bubble at times. So sometimes we're stuck in our bubble a lot of the time, but you know, reading news that you might not be used to, like on a platform that you might not be used to, or reading books from various authors really helps broaden your knowledge on different topics, might educate you on topics that you didn't really know too much about. Also, reading things that motivate you is very important. Like reading things pertaining to entrepreneurship, pertaining to some goals that you'd like to achieve, some self-help books on entrepreneurship, biographies, autobiographies. That reading other people's life stories, their struggles and things like that really sometimes put into perspective like certain things and kind of mirror your life in some ways. Sometimes if you've had similar experiences, similar struggles, that really helps, you know, give you some motivation to, you know, keep going with the idea that you had or goal that you had, and things like that. I also like self-help books. Like I was reading, I haven't finished the book, but I started reading a long time ago, You Are a Badass. And that series is like, you're a badass at making money, but I was just reading the general You Are a Badass. It really inspired me. Like, it had some nice, how do I put this? I was gonna say the word wholesome, like, I guess, like nice practical tips to, you know, taking control over situations and certain aspects of your life. You can also read faith-based books. I have been wanting to buy Michael Todd's Relationship Goals books. It's a book on relationships, obviously, but not only like romantic relationships, but also like business relationships, school relationships, like whichever faith, or you know, what if you're more spiritual, like you can look at books that have to do with spirituality, and if you're a part of a different faith or religion, you know, you can look at books pertaining to your experience, obviously. I also suggest like listening to podcasts. Podcasts really help. I've been listening to news podcasts. I've been listening to, you know, church podcasts. I listen to The Daily by Michael Barbaro from the New York Times, and his podcast is A1, y'all. A1. Like, He does such a great job in not only sharing what's happening in the United States, but also sharing what's happening like around the world. I really want to make sure that I'm keeping myself educated and informed about things that are happening in the world around me besides in my home country. The last tip that I have for us all: celebrate those small wins. Those will keep you motivated to keep going in whatever you're doing. Celebrating those small wins really help, you know, take some load off, make you not so serious all the time. And it's something that I've had to practice myself. We are our own worst critics. So like when we do something that could be even like significant or like magnificent, we don't give ourselves the credit that we deserve. We just need to take a break, regroup, and remind ourselves, you know what, you did a good job on that, you did a good job on that, and things like that. And as we remind ourselves of those small things, it will motivate us to do more and to, you know, continue the good work that we started, because why should we stop, right? Also, being patient with yourself is very important, and I feel that we love to be in control, as I said before, of every aspect of our lives, and sometimes we want things to go immediately, like instantaneously, the way that we want it to, but that's not how life works, and we just have to trust the process and be cool about it. Knowing that you're growing and you are finding your way is so much more impressive than just appearing to be perfect. Guiding yourself through certain aspects of your life, like just taking everything one step at a time, not trying to overwhelm yourself with all the things that you might have to do, or like all the things that you want to get done. And my last point about celebrating small victories is this: you need to give yourself credit when it's due and treat yourself. Reward yourself for these small victories. Sometimes what I will do, take an off day. Obviously I still do like my schoolwork and stuff, but I make sure to take an off day. So what I usually do on my off day, or what I did pre-Rona, was I would go to the nail salon. I used to get my nails and toes done. I would order in food. I would just have a dance party in my room with my roommate, with my sister. I would also treat myself by hanging out with my friends a little bit, you know, longer than usual. Make sure you guys are rewarding yourselves, taking time for self-care. That's another thing I would do, like do a face mask or whatever, watch TV, watch my guilty pleasures. And treating yourself will motivate you to work hard, to stay organized, to read more and gain understanding of the world around you. And then you can celebrate those small wins and continue treating yourself. So that will give you more of an incentive, if you even want to call it that, to continue doing all the tips that I suggested in this video. This is basically the finished look. I just did like a nice chocolatey glossy eye for you all and a nice chocolatey lip. I really love this, giving me like 90s teas, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want tutorials on these makeup looks that I'm doing for back to school and slay, make sure you thumbs up and comment down below that you would love that, because I would love to show you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you are, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get updated every time I upload a back to school and slay, and just any video in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.